An arrest! Orrin Brower, a Kentucky man wanted for the murder of his brother-in-law, was a fugitive from justice. He had escaped from the county jail, where he'd been held awaiting trial, by knocking out his jailer with an iron bar, stealing the keys, and slipping out into the night. The jailer, unarmed, had offered no resistance, leaving Brower with no weapon to defend his newly reclaimed freedom. As soon as he was out of town, however, he made the unwise decision to enter a dense forest, back when the region was even wilder than it is today. The night was dark, with no moon or stars to guide him. Brower, unfamiliar with the terrain, was quickly lost. He couldn't tell if he was moving further away from town or back towards it, a crucial detail for a man on the run. He knew that in either case, a posse of citizens with bloodhounds would soon be on his trail, making his chances of escape extremely slim. Yet he was determined to make things as difficult as possible for his pursuers. Even an extra hour of freedom was worth the effort. Suddenly, he emerged from the woods onto a deserted old road, and there, before him, he saw a shadowy figure, motionless in the darkness. Retreat was impossible. The fugitive understood that any movement back toward the woods would be met with, as he later explained, a shower of buckshot. So the two stood there, like trees, Brower almost suffocating from the frantic beating of his own heart. The other man's emotions, however, remained a mystery. A moment later, perhaps an hour, the moon broke through the clouds, illuminating the scene. The hunted man saw the visible embodiment of the law lift an arm and point, significantly, toward and beyond him. He understood. Turning his back on his captor, he walked submissively away in the indicated direction, never glancing left or right, hardly daring to breathe, his head and back throbbing with the anticipation of buckshot. Brower was as brave a criminal as ever lived to be hanged. This was evident in the horrifying circumstances in which he'd coolly killed his brother-in-law. It's not necessary to recount those details here. They were revealed at his trial, and the revelation of his composure in the face of such peril almost saved his neck. But what can you expect? When a brave man is defeated, he submits. So they pursued their journey jailward along the old road through the woods. Only once did Brower venture a glance over his shoulder. Just once, when he was hidden in deep shadow and knew the other man was bathed in moonlight, he looked back. His captor was Burton Duff, the jailer, as white as death and bearing the livid mark of the iron bar on his brow. Orrin Brower had no further curiosity. Eventually they reached the town, which was brightly lit but deserted. Only women and children remained, and they had all disappeared from the streets. The criminal headed straight for the jail. He walked directly up to the main entrance, placed his hand on the heavy iron door, pushed it open without being told to do so, entered, and found himself facing half a dozen armed men. Then he turned. No one else entered. On a table in the corridor lay the dead body of Burton Duff. The end. If you like the story, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Was there anything that surprised you? Who's your favorite character in the story? I can't wait to hear your thoughts.